Okay, so this is the Octagon Online Tourney. Lower brackets. Game 1 against this guy. So I will keep this even though I don't have an economy card because I've got 2 good pieces of ice. He's playing Exile, which is weird. I've never played against that before, I think, online. Okay, that's excellent as well. So, for my first turn, I think I'm going to put an ice wall in front of R&D, Eli in front of my hand, and click for a credit. On the turn after that, I'm going to install Enigma, Atlas, click for a credit. Enigma's expensive though. So, I'm going to put Ice Wall on my remote, because it's an nether run and it's actually useful. Okay, he's played a daily cast, which is great for me because that gives me the room I need to play Atlas and score it with a token on it. Okay, so I'm going to do this, I'll res it, just because it'll chunk him a click. So that cost me 1 to res. Because I want to get this to at least 4. Which I can't really do unless I draw an economy card, maybe. So I'm going to let him into my hand. And I'm going to strictly defend my ice wall, or my remote here. Inside job. Oh, nice. Good play. Okay, priority rec, not what I'm looking for. So I'm going to install this. And I'm going to go look for cards I actually want. And I can always just junk priority rec back into R&D. Okay, so this is good, that's what I want. But I don't have enough money to place it and score it, so I'm just going to draw 2 again. If I draw 2 again, I'm going to have to ditch 2 cards, which will probably be the priority rec and something else, which I don't really want to do yet. Screw it, I'm going to do it. So I'll ditch 1 Caduceus, because I don't need 2. I don't really like that area either, but it could keep him out. Decisions. Okay, so I chose to throw out those 2 because I'm going to play these 2. It's because there's a lot of turns to go before I can actually go and score this priority rec. If I drop Caduceus and I drop Priority Rack, SMC? Okay, that's expensive. But it just let him get into it. Okay. Historic royalties, hedge fund. I think next turn I'll probably draw another 2 cards, so I might be at 6 and then I can play. Because he has SMC and 7 credits, I'm scared of... Oh. So he's gone to get Cyber Cipher. Okay. So that still costs him 2 to get in, which is fine with me. And that gives me my window to install Advanced Events Priority Rack, I think. A second. Oh, yeah, of course, duh. Because he SMC'd. Yeah. That doesn't actually cost anything. My bad. Okay, so I've got my most dangerous one here. Okay, this is actually pretty good for me because it lets me install this. In fact, I think I might even try to sneak a free Hadrian's out of it. Ooh, that's tempting. So I'll GLC, Hadrian's, and then Priority Rack. Then I'll advance it next turn and do something else. Nice. Okay, if he's at 0-0, he's going to gain 2. He doesn't have the required breaker or the required cash to get through that. So I'll advance, Beanstalk, which is really good for me actually. He knows I've got a Beanstalk. No problems there. So I guess I hope he stays poor this whole time. Which he kind of has to. Unless he's got Dirty Laundry because he's sitting on 2 and 2. Okay, what can he play for 3? On R&D, okay. That'll cost him 1. So now he's already seen the next card as well, hasn't he? So he's only getting to look at 1 extra card here. And he is always running on last click, which is really dangerous. It's kind of a hidden bonus to putting Enigma. Because runners are encouraged to run on the last click because they don't want to pay to break the click loss. But if they don't, sorry, but so then if they do run on the last 8, they would get vaporizers. And oops. Caduceus, okay. Okay, so nice. So I got 3 points and a free Hadrian's out of that. So now you need to worry about defending my R&D while I go digging for new stuff. I think because he's running every turn, I'm going to just spend the... I'm going to put a Caduceus on it, and then I can choose if I want to let him in, basically. Oh, he's got pro contacts now, alright. Ah yes, cheating. Okay, there goes. In before the snare in the game. I don't have any pro... I don't have any Scorched Earth switches. Sad face, but we'll see. He's accessing a lot, but he's not looking at more than one card a turn, so... Okay, so another Ice Wall. I can choose to make it cost 2, I can choose to make it extra for me. But we'll start with Jackson Howarding 2 cards out. Alright, excellent. So if I throw a shadow on it, then he has to run earlier. Yeah, this protects me, I guess. And then for my last, I will... What are the other code gets, I think? I think I have a Data Pike. I think. I don't even remember. Okay, so I don't really need any other ice ever. In fact, what I should have done there instead of throwing Eli on top of the stack is probably throwing an ice wall in front of my archives. Just to make it expensive for him to get in. Okay, Daily Gas. So see, now he's giving me a huge window to do something about it. You have 0 credits. So that's scary. So now, do I just want to blow up 2 of his resources, or do I want to try to race for an agenda? I think I'm going to blow up both of his resources because that's going to put him way far back, and then I'll just click for a credit. Yeah, because I've only seen like, what, 3 of my eco cards? 4. 4 on 9, pretty good. So now he's, yeah, still dead in the water. And he's got to like click for credit, remove the tag if he wants to. Drawing a card, interesting. Okay, and he removes the tag, okay. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. I'll just play this and get money. Does Exile have Link? He does, okay. So I killed like 3 plus 8. 11 plus, so I killed 16 credits worth of resources on that turn. He's got oh, that's my bad. Here's where he hits the snare and loses the game. False lead, okay. This guy's playing with fire. So I think now I'm just gonna draw until I either get my there it is. That's one game next turn. And yeah, this is how much eyesight I actually have in this deck. Okay, so this is not good to me anymore. Uh-oh. So he's got a credit remove tag. That's probably gonna be his move. Yeah. Just kidding, none of those were agendas. Now what I need is a C source. I'm not gonna res it, it's not worth it. There's nothing worth defending in my hand. He's either gonna see ice or, yeah. Hello, I'm playing Weyland. Here are my Scorched Earths. This isn't really useful to me. This move was really dumb because he gets one bad publicity so he can break it for free regardless. So that was a really bad move. I should have thought of that before I played it. Also, if I was going to draw cards, I should have drawn them before, etc., etc. keep Archer, even though I don't think it's going to be necessary this game. Just because it does allow me to just vaporize his rig. Ideally, I draw into some agendas that I just install advance. Do not res, please hit the snare and lose the game. Come on, hit the snare and lose the game. Caduceus, no. 1 on 5 chance, not high enough. I guess he's throwing out cards because he wants to. He wants to be able to recur them back. Oh, with that being said, yeah, maybe I should put more here in case he's got retrieval run. Hostile takeover. Sure, I'll just score it. I don't even mind. Do I want to score it now? So I'm going to leave it out there because there's no reason to score it. If he runs, K gets 1 point. If he like plays stim hack and like kills himself going for it, it's not the end of the world either. Got SMC. He ditched a stim hack, so he is running stim hack. He ditched a clone chip. He's gonna tinkering it or forge activation? Tinkering, okay. Okay, so let's see. Here's gonna stim hack. I'll just res this for 3. This cost them 1, 2, 3, 4 to get through that, and then geez, 5 plus 2, so 7 to get through that, so it cost them 11 so far.
In your past to who you hate at work, you don't make sense. You're a mystery to me. I don't know who's to blame. It's the same way every time we speak. We're not changing.
Okay, so he boosts it. He pays to get through. So if I res this, he can boost by 1 and break both if he wants. Or I could keep it hidden for whatever the next is. If I res it, he'll be broke. Hee hee. Trim hack triggers, distress, stim hack. And then he dropped a cipher as well. Okay. And he still doesn't know what the dice is. Okay, there's my third scorch. I don't think I'll be needing 3 of them. Okay, there's fracking. Okay, so then what do I want to throw out? I don't need 3 scorched. I feel like I want to throw out a snare, yeah. Because they're more useful to me in R&D.
I wish I could sit in the back of the class again. And I have problems, so I'll come here.
Sure, Gamble. Okay, he's at 9.
No.
Of course now, yeah, of course now I get it.
I never really talked in class before.
How does that make you feel?
So what does he have? How many tinkerings has he used? Draw a card, draw a card.
Make me feel huge.
So he's used up 2 of his tinkerings. He's probably got a 3rd.
And some of you won't.
He's at 10. Okay, he's at 4, so it's gonna cost him. How much bad pup do I have? Just 1.
Something you do well. Everybody's good at something. How does that make you feel?
I don't res it. So if he hits the snare, he loses the game. Okay, it's the scorched earth.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah. Make me feel huge.
He's got 4 cards in hand, and I need to source him. If I play this, don't advance it, and just take 2, he'll probably run it. If he runs anything else, I can see. Okay, so if he runs anywhere, he loses.
I'm looking up. I'm looking up for a piano to fall.
He loses because I want to just C-source him. I want to bait him into doing a run, so then I can scorch. Because if I let him in here, he wins the game. But I have to create the illusion that I'm defending it.
Some of you will make it, and some of you won't.
Okay, pays 4 to get through that. I'm just not going to res it. So I'm going to spend 7 to get through that. He's invested. I think he's invested so much that if I do let him through, there's no way he's going to back out.
Everybody's good at something. How does that make you feel?
Time's up. It's game. That's the scorch for the game. Good game. Found round 2.